Are you thinking about relocating to Phoenix, Arizona, or the surrounding areas, and you're wondering, can I afford a home in Phoenix? What does a home look like in Phoenix if I can't afford to buy it? Well, I get calls, texts, emails every day from people asking me just that question. And today in this video, I'm gonna break it down for you. I'm gonna break down the actual numbers, not just online numbers, and I'm gonna talk about what you can afford here in Phoenix and the surrounding areas, and what type of home does that look like. By the time we're done with this video, you'll have a better idea of what the whole process looks like, from getting pre-qualified, speaking to the lender, the type of home, what type of areas or what areas you may want to consider, and how to add in the needs and the wants at the same time. My name is Yolanda Street. I'm part of the Living in Phoenix team. I get calls, texts, emails every day from people just like you that's wanting to relocate here to the Valley of the Sun, and they're wondering, how different is it going to be from where I am now? So I'm here. I'm a realtor and a relocation specialist here directly in Phoenix, military vet, and a native of Arizona. This is what I do every day. I help people relocate to Phoenix and the surrounding areas, find a home that works for them, their family, and their needs, and make sure their transition goes as smooth as possible. If you're thinking about relocating here in the next 12 months, 12 weeks, 12 days, or even one day, definitely reach out to me so I can help you determine what's gonna work best for you and your family. Now, before we jump into the numbers, I do want to point out that I am not a lender. I am just a realtor and a relocation specialist. But I do screen my clients and I do prepare my clients for the process. I talk to them every day about what to expect from start to finish, what to expect even after they close on their home, and what to expect when the lender speaks to them, so that they don't feel like they're going in blind. Now, I'm gonna talk to you about basic screening questions I ask. I'm gonna talk to you about basic numbers. Now keep in mind, my numbers are just a roundabout figures. They are not exact. Again, I am not a lender, so I wanna make that clear. Once we start the process and you reach out to me, you will have to get over to a lender to get pre-qualified, so you know exactly what your buying power is or how much home you can qualify for. But the whole purpose of this video is to show you an example of what's out there and maybe some of the ways that it's calculated to get you pre-qualified. Now, let's get started. All right, so now that I got my dry erase board, I'm gonna give you guys a basic calculation. So say you have an individual income or a joint income with somebody else, and you make $100,000 a year. $100,000 a year is what you make. Most lenders will allow you to spend anywhere from 40 to 50% of your income for debt. So right off the bat, and I said 100,000, sorry. Right off the bat, I divide that by 2. So if you divide $100,000 a year divided by 2, you get $50,000. So that is how much it will allow you based on the $100,000 a year divided by half. So I'm taking 50% of your income and I want to count that as a mortgage. Now, I instantly, just to make it easy for you, will divide that $50,000 by 12, because there's 12 months in a year. So if you divide, I have a little cheat sheet here, but if you divide the $50,000 by 12 months of the year, you get $41.66 and some change. So this would be the amount of the monthly mortgage that they will allow you to get for a home. But don't stop there. So before you can say that's how much I can take for my mortgage, I always ask my clients 3 questions. Do you have any student loans? Car payments? Or credit cards? Student loans, car payments, or credit cards. Those are 3 things that the lender is going to count in your debt when coming up with your debt to ratio income. So say you have a car payment for $400 a month, and say you have your monthly credit card bills, say they add up to about $300 a month. Say you pay $300 a month in your credit card debt. Not the amount of your total credit card, but just your monthly payments on your credit cards is $300 a month. And you know, let's say you have some student loans too. Let's throw $300 a month for your student loan payments. If you add up to $400, $300, and another $300, it gives you $1,000 a month. That's how much debt you have with student loans, car payments, and credit cards. I then take that $1,000 a month and I subtract it from the $4,166 to give you $3,166, and of course that change. That is what I tell my clients. Approximately, give or take, this is the amount of mortgage that you would be allowed to have if you made $100 a month, $100,000 a year. You divided it by 50 to only take 50% of that income, and you subtracted this main debt right here, $3,166 for a monthly mortgage. Now, if you decided, you know what, that's not enough, I really need a bigger mortgage, you can do certain things. You can pay off your student loans, you can pay your credit cards down, you can pay your car payment off, you can pay your car payment. Either way, the less debt you have, the more mortgage that you have. Now, I do want to point out a couple things. It's not just based on what you make every month. It's also based on your debt, your credit, your payment history, your job history. All that ties in together. And that's why I say I'm not a lender, but I screen my clients, and then the lender will ask you these questions. There's 5 documents that the lender will usually ask you for at the very beginning. First of all, the loan application doesn't take that long, 10 minutes of your time. I always tell people the hardest part is getting the application filled out and your documents into the lender so that he can tell you your buying power. The 5 documents that he's going to ask for at the very beginning is going to be about 2 months bank statements, 30-day pay stubs, W-2s and tax returns for 2 years, a copy of your ID, and your social security card. Now, later on, you may have to produce other things, like if for your VA, you may need some paperwork from the military. If you have a 401k, he may ask for that because that can count as a savings account or emergency money. There's going to be other documents he may ask for, but just at the beginning of the gist of it, those 5 documents, bank statements, pay stubs, W-2s, tax returns, copy of your ID, social security card will definitely get you started. Don't let the paperwork scare you away, because once you get it in, the fun part happens of being able to be pre-qualified and find a house. There are certain things that I will always tell my clients not to do when screening them. Do not ever go and make big purchases during the process. The lender will tell you this, and I will tell you this. If you're trying to buy a home, don't go out and get a brand new car with a high car payment or any car payment. Don't go furniture shopping during the process. Don't open or close any bank accounts during the process. Opening a credit card during the process is just as bad as closing a credit card during the process. If you're in doubt, reach out to me, reach out to the lender. Let somebody guide you from start to finish so we can get those keys in your hand. So this, give or take, will be $3,166. So you say, about what kind of house is that? Anywhere from 4 to 5, depending on the interest rate. Now, I do want to point out, if you have a 3.99 interest rate or a 4.2 interest rate, which is what a lot of the new construction homes here in Phoenix and the surrounding area is offering, you're going to get a lot more house. So basically, you'll be able to qualify for a little bit more house than getting a house at a regular market rate of just say 6%. When you have a 3.99 interest rate for 30 years and you have a 6% interest rate, it changes your payment, monthly mortgage, by hundreds of dollars. So a lot of people are going toward new construction, but at the same time, there's people who still do resale. Now, this also has a lot to do with different programs. If you decide for instance, if you're VA and you're using your VA loan, you're gonna not have any money down, and you're not gonna have no private mortgage insurance. So that's gonna definitely give you a little more buying power. You can maybe qualify for a little bit more, and it's definitely gonna help your payments. If you decide you wanna do a down payment assistance program, and that's different programs out there where they will cover your down payment, then you're definitely going to have maybe a little bit higher interest rates. A lot of down payment assistance programs give you higher interest rates and have some stipulations, so you want to consider that. So a lot of it also is based on interest rate and the current interest rate we have going on right now. So again, if you're $100,000 a year with the basic bills, student loan, car payments, and credit cards at $1,000 a month, your monthly mortgage, give or take, is this amount. Not exact, but just an idea of what you're gonna talk to the lender about and what you can afford. I'm going to be doing another video just like this right behind it, but I'm gonna cut that amount down so you can see what you can afford. Either way, we're in Phoenix, Arizona, and there's a whole lot of suburbs here, a whole lot of affordability. You ask, where can I get me a house at? You're looking in the West Valley at Surprise, Goodyear, Avondale, Buckeye, Tolleson, in the East Valley, Queen Creek, Santan Valley. Those are the little more affordable areas for homes. So there's plenty of suburbs where you will be able to buy a home. If you're trying to relocate here, definitely reach out to me. If you're trying to buy, definitely reach out to me. If you have questions, book a call. I'm definitely here for you. Subscribe below, hit the bell so you never miss out on a video. Like and share, and comment below what you think about how you feel you can qualify. What's scaring you away from reaching out to buy a home? Whether you're in another state and you just haven't took that step, or you're thinking about relocating to Arizona, what's keeping you from making that step? Coming up with a plan that's gonna help you buy a home. Go ahead and check out some other videos I've made that talk about the other surrounding areas. And if you want to see another problem like this and your income's a little less, I'm definitely going to be doing another video right behind this one. Again, my name is Yolanda Street, part of the Living in Phoenix team. Can't wait to talk to you on the phone, via text, email, whatever the case may be. Reach out to me so I can get you and your family into a home. Thank you for watching the video.